Despite a pretty chaotic and miserable year, 2016 was great for video games. The games I played were diverse, had excellent gameplay, rich storytelling, and lovable characters. Here are 5 games that defined my gaming experience of 2016. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE is probably the most niche game on my list, and by far the one I was most skeptical about. It's the love child of Atlus's Persona and Shin Megami Tensei series, and the Nintendo iconic Fire Emblem, perfectly blending their concepts, game design, characters, and lore. Its characters are so lovable and anime-inspired, and reminded me of Persona 4's crime-fighting teens and Japan's obsession with idol culture. The game's turn-based battle system is a wonderful mix too, combining the rock-paper-scissors mechanics of Persona's elements and the weapon triangle and class-based strategy found in Fire Emblem. Battles are stylistic, and the animations of chaining attacks and pulling off special moves are beautiful and visually impressive. It also has the best menu screen I've ever seen in a video game and an incredible J-pop infused soundtrack. It's such a fun experience, and if you're going into this as a fan of Persona 4's anime-inspired aesthetics and Fire Emblem's approach to classes and relationship building, you'll really enjoy this. In a year with a lot of excellent AAA games and interactive experiences, Inside struck me as something truly unique. It's a surreal platformer by Playdead, the team behind 2010's fantastic grim puzzle platformer, Limbo. There's so much I want to say about this game, but really can't because it's such a short experience and I don't want to spoil it, so you'll just have to trust me. It's disturbing, intelligent, and sometimes peaceful, and I enjoyed every single moment of it. Its platform-based puzzles are clever and satisfying to solve. Its approach to storytelling, however, is its most intriguing quality. There's no dialogue to Inside. Rather, it's told through subtle level design and pure detail. It's eerie, tense, and immensely aesthetically pleasing, and I found it all very impressive. Final Fantasy XV succeeded at blending realism and Shakespearean fantasy. Sure, the main story is noticeably shorter than past games, the game lacks a true female lead, and the later, more linear moments aren't very fun, but it was well worth the wait. Final Fantasy XV is a wonderful tale of tragedy, coming of age, and male camaraderie, all of which couldn't be possible without its great voice acting performances and localization, enchanting soundtrack, and incredible animations. I'm still curious as to what the game could have been had Nomura's vision of Final Fantasy Versus 13 actually come to fruition, but Final Fantasy 15 is a damn good video game, through and through. Well, okay, maybe not Chapter 13.
Remember, those ain't your bodyguards. They're your brothers. Trust in them, always.
Dishonored 2 is an excellent game with phenomenal set design. There's always multiple approaches to scenarios, and I really appreciated that playing mercifully rewarded me with unique and completely original solutions to my main objectives.
And if I combine the acid against a copper plate, what does it do?
Its level design is also fantastically complex, and areas are vastly different from one another. The Clockwork Mansion and Crack in the Slab chapters are my absolute favourite levels of any video game this year, maybe even of all time. The Clockwork Mansion is an incredible example of well-placed environments and infrastructures, completely reimagining rooms, floors, and even the entire building. The Crack in the Slab utilises time travelling in some really engaging and thought out puzzles, having you jump between the past and present to change the environment and rewind time. I definitely enjoyed the character's lore and intricate gameplay of Dishonored 2, but its dynamic approach to level design is why it left such a strong impression. Much like how Dishonored 2 deals with level design, Overwatch's character design is absolutely amazing and what drew me. It's a celebration of diversity with varied backgrounds, body shapes, aesthetics, and game design. Each of these heroes represent a different type of player and incredibly easy to learn. Some of my personal favourite characters in the game, Junkrat, D.Va, and Lucio, are so refreshingly different from one another and unique to what Overwatch really is. Each of these characters are brilliantly detailed, animated, and influenced by their cultural identity. Overwatch is also what brought me back into multiplayer experiences. It's the only multiplayer experience this year that I've continued to play long after its release, and it's also the only game that I'll willingly play online by myself. Blizzard have created an excellent world and community in Overwatch. The team are incredibly responsive to fans, constantly evolving the game with map updates, new heroes, and revamped characters. Overwatch is a well-polished, diverse, fun game that I can't see myself putting down anytime soon, and that's exactly why it's my #1 game of 2016. We were really spoiled with some truly great experiences this year, many of which I didn't include in this list, partly because they didn't leave as strong of an impression with me, simply because if they were a sequel, I didn't feel like they did enough to reinvent the series. Have I left out a game that I should have? Let me know in the comments below or on Twitter @Retort. For more on video games and me, make sure to subscribe to this channel, again follow me on Twitter @Retors, and check out Hyper at hyper.com.au.